I'm here with Mark Murdock. Mark, why don't you just give me just a few sentences on how you're involved in the local entrepreneurial community?
Well, I've been a technology lawyer for a lot of years. I was first with IBM for 30 some odd years, and then with Thompson and Knight, a big Texas firm that was working a lot with the early stage companies here. And it was really while I was with Thompson and Knight that I started getting involved with early stage companies and with MOOT Corp. Our firm became a sponsor of MOOT Corp, and then I started mentoring some of the teams and really became interested in what they were doing and really got fascinated with the personality of an entrepreneur and helping them with their business plans, helping them build their advisory boards, their executive teams, and then also with their business plans getting in front of investors. And it's been a blast working with these companies from year to year. I'm involved both with the MOOT Corp program here, which is run out of the business school, and with a program called Idea to Product, which is run out of the engineering school. But it's been probably about a 10-year run that I've been involved in this, and it's always fun. There's always something that you don't know about. It's what I really get a kick out of when people are telling me about the pain they're trying to solve. I learn a lot, especially the life sciences companies that tell me about something about cancer or something, some disease or whatever that I didn't know about before. So that's fun too. So it's a two-way street. I learn, and hopefully I can help some people learn some things as well.
And I mean, since you've been so involved with startup companies and idea, companies that are even just at the idea stage, similar to what Texas Venture Labs will see, maybe just talk about how important it is to have people as yourself or people like Rob who can provide some of that advice and just how crucial that is to their success.
Well, so often entrepreneurs know very little about the whole picture of a business that they're trying to create. They're an expert on probably a product. You tend to see a lot of entrepreneurs who are technology based, so they know their technology, they think they have a pretty good idea of how it can be applied, but necessarily they don't really know a whole lot about forming teams. They don't know about getting money. They don't know about how to evaluate a market, how to determine who their competitors are. They don't realize that you can really talk to customers and get a wealth of information about what's keeping that customer awake at night so that you can figure out how to really focus the idea you have on that customer's pain. And to be able to sit with these folks who, and typically these folks are very open to being coached. They realize that there's a whole bunch of the picture that they don't understand yet and that it's in their best interest to get somebody to kind of guide them through the checklist and the triage on that checklist as to what they have to concentrate on, and then who can connect them. So often it's so much fun to help somebody realize they've got a problem in a particular area, give them 3 names of some really good people around town who can really shortcut the process for them, let them get back to the business of getting to market, but have some solutions for some things that they needed to know about. But having the availability of mentors and probably a variety of mentors, because there's so many things that entrepreneurs need to learn about quickly, can really be beneficial. That's one of the things that I say a lot to the early stage companies, to get a good advisory board. Think of the things that you really need help with, and then go find some advisors who can help you with that. And many people who start out as a company's mentor end up on their advisory board.
Very cool. I guess my last question would be, since you've worked with both I2P as well as with MOOT Corp, maybe you could talk about sort of the importance of crossing between schools like Texas Venture Labs is going to do, just the importance of having the engineering skill as well as the business skill, and how helpful that is for a company.
Well, again, there are so many elements of a company. There are technical elements, obviously. There are business elements, and there are legal elements. So having all 3 of the schools involved and having the students of those schools be able to have access to what the Venture Lab project is going to do is going to make Texas a much more attractive school than it already is. The people who want to go to law school and work with venture capital firms to be lawyers representing clients with venture capital firms, they're going to find some things at the law school that the law school offers that aren't offered at other law schools in the country, and that's going to help the UT Law School be even more prominent than it already is. And it's really fun when you're judging these things to see the benefits of the interaction of the business student, the law student, and the technical student on the teams. They really do have their own roles to play, and they add a lot of value, and they really help the team understand the bigger picture much better, the ability to answer questions that judges are going to have. And I've been impressed with how many of the students who are not out of the business school will stay with these companies. They'll decide, rather than to go into work for a law firm, I'm gonna try this venture for a while. Or it may give them an idea, if they're a law student, to come up with some kind of a legal venture, like LegalZoom, that we've all heard of. That's kind of a startup deal that some law students had some ideas about.
Very cool. Great. Well, thanks.
You bet.